don't know already, I have a podcast. This is a terrible start. This is such a bad start. This is gonna go really well. Hello and welcome to my YouTube. I'm definitely gonna have to come up with a better intro for that. Hello and welcome to the Your Gym Big Sister YouTube. Maybe not. You might not have any idea what I'm talking about. If you don't, I have a podcast. I'll link it down below. Anyway, yes, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm finally recording my first ever YouTube. That's actually not true. I have made one YouTube video before when I was in prep in 2022 and I couldn't figure out how to upload it. So I just never did. And then I broke my camera. Literally mid-record, I dropped it and the lens broke. So I have a new camera now and I'm gonna figure out how to get it uploaded. Like, it can't be that hard. People upload YouTube videos all the time. I'm just an idiot, but my boyfriend will help me. I know he will. Anyway, I'm just making this YouTube to document my life. Obviously, why else do people make YouTube videos? If you don't know me, my name's Emma, obviously. God, I'm so bad at this already. I'm a coach, I'm a bodybuilder, I live in Marbella, and I'm going to be competing next year in my second season, and I'm going to be competing in the wellness division. And I always knew I wanted to like document my prep because it's really cool. I think it'll be so cool to get to look back on. And also, like, I watch so much YouTube. Like, it's literally all I watch. It's where I've learned so much. I fucking hate Instagram and short form content. Like, I literally despise it. I despise having to make it. I have a podcast and I love that. So I just figured this YouTube would be just like another chance for me to do something long form and yeah, just have a little bit of fun. But I figured if I was going to document my prep, I should probably document everything that goes up to the prep because that's fucking important, right? Like, I'm not going to get on stage and just diet myself down to, you know, having the physique that I want if I'm gonna have it, but I have to build it, right? And so I want to document the rest of this off-season phase and me basically just getting fucking massive. Obviously that's the goal, and yeah, I just figured why not start now. Now is the best time. The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. So yeah, I'm not gonna do like any long-winded introduction to me. Like, I'm guessing if you're watching this, you probably follow me on like Instagram or you listen to my podcast. If you've just found this video, then I guess you're going to figure out about me as we go along. You can go and look at those other social media channels. You'll figure out a little bit more about me. But there's not much to say. Like I said, I'm a bodybuilder, I'm a coach. I live in Marbella. So I suppose my life is like somewhat interesting. I'm sure to the outside eye, it probably does look interesting. Realistically, I spend a lot of my time here in my office coaching and working, and then I go to the gym. I do the same shit all the time, so these vlogs are not going to be very entertaining. It's just going to be me working, going on walks, going to the gym, eating. That's kind of it. But I do fun things the odd time. I'm not completely boring. So anyway, you will have seen this morning my usual morning routine. I wake up, weigh myself, drink some water, which I fucking spilled everywhere. I was trying to do like a real nice, cute, like cinematic intro. I spilled the water everywhere. I dropped shit. That's me. It's chaotic. Don't expect anything nice from me, to be honest, basically. Did some reading. I always do that every single morning. And then I've just come up to the office and done some work. So it's Thursday today. It's Thursday. People do this on YouTube, don't they? It's Thursday the 25th of July. I don't know if you can even fucking see that. It's Thursday 25th of July, and Thursdays for me are in the morning. I don't have like loads of direct check-ins. I just had one to do from one of my clients who checked in late. But Thursdays all my prep girls check in. So I've got a lot of clients who are competing or doing photo shoots, and especially we're kind of getting close towards those now. So now they're kind of checking in with me multiple times a week so I can keep an eye on things if we need to do like high days or make changes and stuff like that. And then I was just setting up a new client as well. I have a new girl joining my team who is wanting to compete in bikini, so I was just kind of like getting all of her programming set up and laying out the timeline and stuff like that, which is really fun. Yeah, I've got quite a good few competitors on my team now and I love it. I love coaching competitors. I love coaching everybody. But obviously, like, bodybuilding is my passion, I suppose you could say. But either way, I'm now just going to go and do some posing practice because posing practice is so important when you are in your off season. And I know it's not very fun to pose, especially with wellness poses when you are, you know, not super lean. They're not the most flattering, but I know for me especially I need to stay on top of my practice because otherwise I will become a ungraceful giraffe. And I do find posing really, really difficult. So oddly enough, if you find something difficult, you should probably practice it more. I know, wild. So that's what I'm going to go and do. I try to practice my posing like 3 days a week. So usually I'll do some on a Thursday morning after I train upper on a Monday, and then on a Saturday morning when I do my check-in, I'll just do like a couple of rounds. So I'm going to go and do that now, and I'm going to try and film it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. No, of course I'll be able to film it, you daft bitch. Expect a lot of me saying mean things to myself. I'm being a bit chaotic. That's what these vlogs are going to be, just like completely chaotic. But anyway, my plan for today is go and train legs, shock. I'll talk a little bit about my training and what that's kind of looking like. And I've got work to do, got a meeting with my 2 coaches who work for me, and just like bits and bobs. I'm going to get my lips topped up. I did get them done 2 weeks ago, so I'm just going to get them checked. And aside from that, it's just gonna be a normal day for me. After I do my posing practice, we're gonna go on a walk. We always go on a walk in the morning, like a 40-50 minute walk around along the beach, which I'm not gonna bring my camera and film that. So just imagine this, picture the scene. There's sea, there's sand, there's sun. Maybe I'll take a video on my phone and upload it, even though the quality won't be as good. It'll be fine. But that's the vibe. It's getting very hot in Marbella. I know nobody feels sorry for me. No one feels sorry for the girl who's getting too warm in a hot country, but the heat does make me a bit lazy. Like I really have to like force myself to like go outside. I'm just sweaty constantly. I look like a mess. Like my hair is constantly a little bit frizzy. Like don't be expecting me to be looking pretty in these vlogs, because I don't. Like when it's hot, I can't. I'm also going to Ibiza in 2 weeks, so I'm waiting to get all my beauty appointments done. But I was like, you just start the vlog now. Nobody cares. Like nobody gives a shit what you look like. So yeah, if I do look a little bit messy, that's why. But this is me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this, obviously they're watching this, I would really appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Thank you. Okay, so I am headed to M13 today. So there's a few gyms in Marbella. They're all okay. I trained in Pure Muscle and Fitness in Canada for a year, which is like the best gym in the world. And once you've trained in a gym like that, it's really difficult to find other gyms that are as good. But Marbella is obviously amazing. The sun, you know, there's reasons why we moved here, but you know, gym wise, the gym scene is good, but like I wouldn't say it's amazing. But the kind of main ones are like Elements, which I train in 3 days a week, and then M13, I train in that twice a week. The reason I train in 2 gyms is just because I do legs 4 days a week, and doing legs 4 times in the same gym, it gets a bit monotonous, because obviously there's only so many exercises you can do, right? But if I have like this different machines, it just gives a bit of novelty. I really like M13 as well. It's a bit more like dungeon vibes. It's a bit darker. It's a bit cooler downstairs. So yeah, I'm a fan. It's Dorian Yates' gym, and sometimes he's there, and if you're like on the hack squat and Dorian Yates is like screaming beside you at somebody else, it's quite motivating. But those are the 2 ones I train in. The other ones are Padel Club. I've been there once. You couldn't pay me. There's no amount of money that would make me go back there. It's the worst gym I've ever been in my life. Just busy crowds, just not the one. And then another one I've been in is Oxygen Sports Club, which is good equipment wise, but it's quite far away, and the vibes were just not it. It's very commercial. I don't know, something about it. So anyway, today I'm headed to M13. And like I said, it's one of my 4 leg days. It's quads, glutes and delts. So obviously I'm doing wellness. I need a fucking massive lower body. So I just got to train my lower body lots. So lots and lots and lots of hip thrusts and leg extensions and squats and everything like that. But I love training legs 4 days a week, and I actually recover pretty well. And yeah, I do upper body once, and then I do a bit of delts in this session. Although I'm supposed to press in this session, I don't think I'm going to do any pressing like this the next 2 weeks. 1, because I kind of hurt my neck. I just want to be careful. But 2, I really don't need a lot of upper body like for wellness. I'm quite developed up top anyway, and I'm currently on cycle, so I'm going to grow even quicker. So there's just no need for me. So I'll probably leave out my press today. Just do some lateral raises, maybe some rear delts in place of it, because rear delts are always a necessity for bikini wellness, any of those classes. But yeah, I'm sweating like a pig. It's so fucking hot. Sorry, I haven't put the car on yet because I didn't want to put the AC on in case you couldn't hear me, and now I'm just sweaty and hot. But it's fine, because that's the vibe. I'm always sweaty, I'm always hot. At any given moment, just assume that that's how I feel. Not complaining, and I know nobody feels sorry for me. But yes, so I got my pre. It's the HR Labs defib in the cola bottle ones, I think. Not sponsored or anything. If anybody wants to sponsor me, please feel free. Jokes. Not really. I like a strong pre-workout, like I said, and I slam it 4 days a week, but it's fine. So I'm gonna drive now, and I'm gonna overlay. Not overlay. I'm gonna just record my session. I'm not gonna be talking in it or anything, because I'm not there yet talking into the camera by myself, but you'll just see the session and enjoy watching me try to grow these fucking legs. Oh my lord. It is hot. That was a very sweaty but very good session. I'm really, really happy with how that went. Most numbers were up, to be honest. Oh yeah, I've definitely found like this block of training, it's been kind of tough. And I think that's just because I didn't really deload for long enough before I started it. So I did 4 days off before starting this block of training, and really I should have done 5 or 6, but I wanted to start it because I knew I would only get 6 weeks done before I head to Ibiza. So that's a lesson learned for me, is you need longer than 4 days off. But it's been fine. I've still been progressing well. I'm definitely just feeling a bit fatigued, but like that's what happens when you're fucking training hard, right? And again, I train legs 4 days a week, so it's only natural. I'm super happy. I've picked up a few injuries like in the last couple of weeks, so there's been some sessions I've had to be like careful, which I don't like. I like just going into the gym and just fucking training. So today I was able to kind of do that, like PB'd on the hack squat. Yeah, just some good sets. So now I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna do some work. I have to go to the post office and collect a package, which is one of my Ibiza outfits. It's so exciting. And yeah, then I just got some other bits on this evening, and I will show you. Basically, again, my life's kind of boring. It's kind of boring. It's not boring, but like, it's not mad exciting either. But here we go. I feel like I had something to say and I can't remember what it was. This is probably going to happen a lot. Also, apologies if this is just shit, by the way. Like, I need to learn how to vlog. I feel like it's a skill. I feel like my podcasting has definitely helped with like just the speaking and like just chatting shit, because God knows I do enough of that on my podcast. But I have no idea if any of this is going to be coherent. Who needs coherency? Just not you, not me. Okay, I will catch you at home. I'm not gonna really show much. I showed my food earlier, like my breakfast, but I'm not gonna show like a full day of eating. I'm gonna do that for my next video, which I might record tomorrow, because that's an easy video to do. Full day of eating to get fucking massive. Oh, and actually I did I inserted some clips, or I will insert some clips of me just kind of posing a little bit after the session, which I'm really happy with how I'm looking. Like, again, I'm 150 pounds and I've definitely never held this condition. Good old drugs. See you later. Alrighty, so it's like 6 p.m. now. So I came home from the gym. I just did some more work. Just sat at the laptop, which is, again, that's basically what I do. I like sit at the laptop, I go to the gym, I go and walk, and I eat. That's usually what I'm doing. So did some laptop bits, then I went to my aesthetician, the woman who does my lips here, just to get them checked, because I got them done 2 weeks ago, my Botox as well, but I didn't need to get any top-ups, which is good, because guys, so I'm just gonna put this here. You're resting on the kitchen roll. So I've been getting my lips done for 9 years, since I was 19, and I've only ever had them done by 2 people before this lady, and it's always the same. It's like they put numbing cream on, they like do the injections in your lips. This lady, no numbing cream, and I asked and she was like, it's fine, you don't need it. I was like, bet. But the way she did it, she like got this really long needle and like snaked it into my lip and then like drew it out while syringing in the filler. I've never gotten my lips done like that. It wasn't that bad. Like at the time I was like, what the fuck? It wasn't that sore, but it was an interesting experience. So I can't say I wasn't a little bit happy that I didn't have to go through that again. Came home and then I had a team call with my 2 coaches that work for me, Faye and Zoe. We were planning, I'm running an event for my clients in September, which I'm so excited for. So we were just chatting a little bit about that, and now I'm gonna eat my dinner. I'm making egg fried rice. I'm gonna do a full day of eating for my next video, like tomorrow I think. So I'm not gonna like show much food in this one. And yeah, and then I'm going to go on a walk, finish off my steps. I've got like 2,000-3,000 steps to do. Try get started on editing this fucking YouTube video, which I was playing around with Final Cut Pro before. It's probably not going to be well edited, but it's fine. And then I'm just going to quickly sit down and chat about like where I'm at right now in terms of like this reverse, this off season. I'm going to try and not make it too long, because this video, like, there's already like an hour and a half worth of footage. If you're looking for someone who's succinct, I am not that bitch. I'm a fucking rambler. But it's fine. It's real and it's raw. Okay, I'm gonna eat now. I'm once again sweating. About 700 balls after eating my dinner, but it was delicious. I went to egg fried rice. Oh, do you know what? Like, I'm such a good chef. I really, really am. No one does it like me. JB Oliver, eat your fucking heart out. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap up the video here with just a quick like recap of like where I'm at right now within my off season, and yeah, just like my own bodybuilding journey, so to speak. I am planning on doing a whole video of like my fitness journey this like so far, because obviously it's been like 10 fucking years. I have a very long fitness journey and I have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to do that as like an entirely separate video. But right now, obviously you will have seen my kind of physique in my posing clips and then the kind of clip from post-workout. So I'm currently 11 weeks into this sort of like gaining phase. So I basically dieted at the start of the year. It was meant to be a mini cut and it ended up being a 16-week diet that turned into a photo shoot prep, because the diet was just, it had to be that long because I was chunky. Like, I was chunky going into that diet. Like, I think I want to say it was like 168 pounds, I'm pretty sure. So we started the diet and I actually ended up coming down to 138. Yeah, so it was a 30 pound diet in 16 weeks, which is a lot of weight in that amount of time. So towards the end of the diet, I was just like getting a bit fucking bored of dieting, so I was like, I'm just gonna book a photo shoot to keep me going. So I did that and it was great. Like, I got really, really lean, and then came out of the photo shoot prep and I reversed, and like I said, it's been 11 weeks. So in the space of that 11 weeks, I've come up about 10 or 11 pounds. Most of that has come on in, say, the last 5 weeks, and that's because I've been running my assisted push phase. I've been taking anabolics. So that's why my weight always goes up pretty quickly whenever I'm using any sort of anabolics. It's just what they do to me. So the first kind of part of that reverse, I actually did a really good job of managing the rate of gain. I came up like 3 or 4 pounds in the space of like 7 or 8 weeks, and it's been the best reverse I've ever done. And that's just simply because I went into it being very fucking intentional that it was going to be the best reverse I'd ever done. I'm not someone who like fucks up their reverses at all, but I can definitely reflect back on past reverse diets and know that I could have done them a little bit better, especially when it comes to eating off plan. I'm the kind of person who, don't say I'm the kind of person who, I used to at times do this not behavior, like, that sounds so fucking deep. Basically, I used to go and eat out and I would overeat. Like, not as in binge or anything like that. I mean, in my past, that is something that I did struggle with. But, you know, if I finished a diet and I wanted to go out for a meal out, I would want to just go out and eat like a 3-course fucking dinner, like get everything, not think about the calories. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of calories in that food, right? And so I would end up gaining weight probably quicker than I wanted to, especially when your body's kind of sensitive post-diet. And so this time around, I said to myself, like, I'm going to allow myself to go out for food, but if I'm going out for meals out, I'm going to track them, right? I'm going to make smarter choices. I'm not like, you know, there was times that I went over my calories a little bit, but it was very controlled. And it was just because I knew I wanted to be able to spend the rest of this year in a surplus, and if I dicked around in this reverse phase, I would probably have to diet again before the end of the year, but I want to start prep in like January, so I kind of knew it was really on me to make sure that that didn't happen. So was super intentional with eating out, really managed my off-plan meat, oh my god, I can't speak. I really managed my off-plan eating. We did like at-home date nights. I think a big thing as well, like, because I live in Marbella in Spain, the food here, it's so different. Like, last year I was in Canada, right? You go out to a restaurant there, like, you're gonna sink 3,000 calories so fucking easy, whereas the food here is just different. It's a better quality food, the restaurants are different, you know, we go out for steak and things like that. So yeah, I was just able to keep things a lot more in control, and like generally would never really gain weight after my off-plan meals, which, like, that's not something that used to happen to me. So I'm really, really happy with that, and really, really happy with how I've managed that. Also, obviously, a big thing, the reason this reverse is going so well, I obviously have different PEDs in place that are making a difference. So things like growth hormone, metformin, these things are going to allow for less body fat accrual. They're going to kind of shift you into a state where you're going to favor muscle gain over body fat gain. Obviously, I use things like testosterone replacement therapy. That is also going to drive more anabolism versus gaining more fat, right? So like, obviously being an enhanced athlete, it fucking helps. Not going to pretend that it doesn't. Like, it keeps you leaner. And yeah, like, even we've come up from, I want to say I finished my diet on like 150 carb on a training day, and I'm now at 375 carb. I'm actually on more food now than I was when I finished my last gaining phase in December, 30 pounds heavier, or well, now 20 pounds heavier than this, right? So like, that's kind of insane. And the reason we've been able to do that and be able to take those food increases is because I wasn't a dick with eating off plan. So unfortunately it works, which is the annoying thing. I'm definitely in a place now where like, my body's a lot more settled. I'm a lot more settled. I always talk about it like this, but I actually just put a post on Instagram about this, but I always find the first couple of weeks post-diet is kind of a head fuck, because you've been seeing yourself getting leaner, seeing the scale weight come down, and then it kind of all starts to go the other way. And on top of that, in my last 4 or 5 weeks of my photo shoot prep, we used Anavar, so I looked very like hard and grainy, and then I came off that. So immediately my look kind of changed a lot. Not a lot, like I still looked good. I still look good, right? I know I still look good. So I don't want us to come across, I'm saying like, oh my God, I look fat. I definitely don't. But when you're reversing, your brain is still like looking for these lines and these shreds and that kind of dopamine hit the scale going down. It can be a little bit difficult sometimes, I find. And you know, you can still want to look that way, but equally, if you want to grow, you can't look that way. Yeah, like I have to gain weight. If I want to build muscle, I have to gain weight. And so I feel like in the last week or two, I'm a lot more settled. Like I look at my body now as normal, not like, oh, I've gained loads of weight, right? Like this is what my body looks like. This is what my face looks like, you know, everything like that. So yeah, I just feel settled, which is good, because I'm going to Ibiza in 2 weeks, like I've mentioned a few times. And there was a small part of me that was like, not worried, but you know, kind of like, oh God, am I going to feel like really uncomfortable going away? I mean, most people fucking diet to go to Ibiza. And I wasn't going to be, but actually even trying on my outfits, I feel really fucking good. I feel sexy, I feel curvy. Like at the end of my diet, I just wanted to grow, because I was like, my ass is so small. And it's getting bigger, The 4 leg days, they do be working. At least I fucking hope they are. But yeah, that's kind of like currently where I'm at. Obviously, big focus for me is just growing my lower body. Funny enough, because that's what you need in wellness, is a dominant lower body. So lots of glutes. Still a lot of quads. Like my quads are dominant, so I do less quads than glutes, but they still need to be bigger as well. So, you know, I'm under no illusions. I have a lot of size to put on. Next year won't be my last season, you know, like I'm going to have a lot more growing to do after that, but I do feel like this is going to be my most productive building phase yet. Like even seeing the change in my physique already, like I can see that I'm bigger. And even I saw Christian last week and he was like, you're bigger in person as well, which is always nice to hear, because when I was dieting he saw me in person and he was like, you're leaner in person and you're bigger in person. I was like, yes. It's the best fucking thing to hear. So that's always nice. So yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. Obviously the goal is to just grow for the rest of the year. Going away in 2 weeks, I'm taking a week off. I'm so excited to just honestly switch off. I actually haven't had a holiday. I haven't had a week off work since May last year. I did go to Tulum in January, but I worked because January personal trainer, like you can't really take a week off. So we went to Afterlife, the rave, but then we worked the rest of the time. So the last time I had a week off was, yeah, when I went to Movement Festival in Detroit last year. And the last time my boyfriend Shane and I actually went on a holiday together where we weren't both working, was 2019. So I really need a holiday. Like that's the thing with being a coach, you're always fucking on. So I'm really excited to just have a break, like fucking delete Instagram for the week, just pretend that I don't exist. It's gonna be amazing. I'm really excited for it. And then get back home and get stuck back into growing. September's gonna be mental because I'm going home for the month because I've got 2 clients competing in 3 shows. I'm actually going to Manchester, then to Dublin, and I'm going to be all over the fucking country. And then in October I'm going to the UK for the UK DFBA finals. So it's going to be a busy month, but I'm very determined. It's not going to be the most perfect month for bodybuilding because there's going to be a lot of driving, a lot of traveling, but I'm very determined that it's still going to be a very fucking productive month because like this is where the growing is being done for my season next year. Like these are the fucking sessions that count. The prep is just revealing all that, but like right now is the work that matters. And like every single time I go in the gym, like that's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, this is it, right? And that's why I want to start this YouTube now, because everybody's obsessed with dieting. Everybody wants to see how you lose fat, how you make dieting easier, like what's your prep like. And I know that these videos of me in my off season are probably going to get a lot less views than the videos of me in prep, but at least they will still be here for people to look back on and to see the work that's been done. Because yeah, it's fucking boring. I'm doing the same thing most days, doing the same sessions, eating the same meals, but this is bodybuilding. Like, if you want to get into bodybuilding, you have to understand what you're signing up for, right? So that's why I'm making this channel, and that's why I'm making these videos, because I want to show like what the bodybuilding process is like, or what my bodybuilding process is like anyway. So that's kind of it. Yeah, I'm so grateful. If anybody has actually watched to the end, fair fucking play to you. Like, you're a trooper. If you want more chaotic, unhinged rambles, hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions, if you want, I would so appreciate if you comment down below, because I think comments are a good thing. And if you share it on your stories and you tag me, obviously my Instagram is @m.curvin. Check me out on the Your Gym Big Sister podcast. And yeah, all my links and shit will be below anyway. But thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.